Would everyone please clear the playing surface? Please leave the field. Thank you.
All right, welcome back. 30 seconds left in halftime. Thank you for joining us here at Performance Trust Stadium as the Warriors went to halftime with a 10-6 lead. The Raiders started the scoring off with actually a pick six, a long interception return for a score, but the extra point was blocked. So they stayed at 6, and their offense was shut down. Wheaton Academy defense not allowing the Raiders to move the ball much at all. The Warriors with 4 or 5 offensive drives and only 1 touchdown to show for it, but also a field goal. So the Warriors took the lead at the half 10-6, a half filled with penalties, primarily on the Warriors. Couple turnovers, a few big plays. Christian Karsten's doing most of the work on offense for the Warriors, and Ben Thorson with a couple great throws. Few drops, though. Warriors definitely feeling like they've dominated the game and probably not happy with only a 4-point lead. We're back in the booth. I'm Daniel Smith here with Dan Studebaker. Dan, third quarter about to start. What'd you like? What'd you not like? What do the Warriors need to do here in the second half?
Well, what I really like is the fact that this game should be 10-0 or worse. I mean, the defense has played unbelievably well. The offense has moved the ball really well. What I don't like is just the penalties and how they've just really, on both sides of the ball, it's just decision-making in the middle of a play that's causing them to give up yards or rather give yards away.
Kick is off. Karsten lets it hit the turf, scoops it up at the 10. Sidesteps one and is spun down around the 24-yard line where the Warriors will take over, led by junior quarterback Ben Thorson and company.
To the Wheaton Academy, 28-yard line.
Yes, as I was saying, I mean, the only way Wheaton Academy has been scored on today was with the offense on the field. So if you're the defense, you're feeling pretty good about this game so far. And offensively, too, you're moving the ball really well. You've got penalties, and then you've got that one really big play where they picked it off and took it back to the house. So, I mean, overall, Wheaton Academy is absolutely in control of this game. This is a big drive where they need to take the ball down the field and put points on the board.
Agreed. Thorson under center. Looking, throws deep over the middle to Steve Ryan. Ball just over his head. Got one hand on it, tipped it up, but is incomplete.
Thorson's pass. Intended for number 2, Stephen Ryan.
The heavy play action there, hoping to get someone to bite. Thorson putting it where only his man can catch it, right in between 2 Raider defenders, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that just wasn't a catchable ball. You'd like to see a little more touch from Ben on that play because Stephen Ryan was open. He just put it a little bit too high and out of reach.
Handoff up the middle, Karstens. He's dropped immediately.
Handoff.
Gain of about 1, brings up 3rd and long.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Steve Ryan wide left, Miles Vander wide right. And kind of a bunch set with Dimitri Skakovac kind of roaming. Sometimes he lines up on the line of scrimmage. Other times he's in the backfield, primarily in a blocking role. This time Harmon lines up in the fullback position. Ben rolls right. Good protection. Steps up and throws, hits Vanderklok, who makes a great, actually ball bounces free. So an unlucky break for the Warriors, and that's going to force the punt. Take a look at the replay. Good protection. Thorson rolls. Vanderklok has to come back to the ball and just takes one off the numbers. So yeah, about 4 drops for the Warriors.
It's a ball that's just got to be caught.
For the Warriors.
And each one of your very reliable receivers has at least one. And those are the plays that you need to make in order to put teams like Glenbard South away.
Mike Cortez with the punt. Ball takes a Warrior bounce and lands around the 41-yard line. Yeah, tough break. That's a play there. Could move the chains, keep the drive going, keep the momentum on your side, but now the Raiders take over for their first offensive drive in the second half, only a minute into the third quarter. Sun well behind the clouds now as we're under the lights. Temperature around 55. Each team trying to battle to reach 4-2 as opposed to 3-3. Crucial games in the heart of the schedule for each team. Great football here left to play. Crouch in the gun, throws a quick pass to a receiver who makes one move and then is brought down by Mark Whitaker, and then Sean Bloom finishes it up.
Really nice hit by Mark Whitaker there.
Let's take a look at
Standing
it.
the receiver up.
Adam Housen. Tackle by number 3, Mark.
Yeah, Whitaker gets low, has
stops
some leverage.
and
There you see the senior who's been a steady linebacker for the Warriors this year, missed last season for injury again. We've talked about him before, but he's the guy you love to have in your lineup. Brings a lot of energy. Wide receiver screen right side. Quick pass, still on his feet, and then he's brought down and he gets the first down. So kind of bobs and weaves through some Warrior defenders and gets enough for the first.
And I think on this play, if we look at it again, Kent was so surprised at how close this ball was to him. I mean, if he has the presence of mind, he picks this ball off right here. Look at that. He doesn't even put his hands up.
Yep.
And he's right in that
ear.
lane. Right in that lane. If he puts his hands up, I think he was just like, I think he didn't realize how far upfield he had gotten. That's 6 going the other way if he has the presence of mind to pop his hands up in the air.
Kent Harmon playing some great D-line for the Warriors the last few weeks. Had 2 sacks a week ago. And a tackle for loss for the Warriors.
Great play again by Jay Callentine. Jay Callentine and Miles Vander in on that.
4 and 44, bringing him down.
All over the place for Jay Callentine.
Let's see.
Fights through a block, grabs a leg.
2 blocks. Jay's everywhere tonight. Sean Bloom gets a rare breather as he jogs off. Sebastian Parez on the left end. Kent Harmon on the right end. Derek Johannick at the nose tackle. Whitaker and Skakavac, your linebackers, along with Callentine. Blackman and Vanderklok deep. Handoff of the middle. Dropped. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 10.
Number 2, Jack Crouch on the quarterback keep.
Yeah, once again, just not much doing on the ground for Glenbard South. And here's where you expect Coach Thornton to dial something up where you're not bringing any sort of pressure of any kind. You're just going to sit back, expect your defensive line to create some sort of pressure, and let your linebackers and DBs sit back in their zone and try to pick this ball off or at least knock it down to make it a long 4th down.
Jones and Vanderklok in the safety position, standing right on the first down marker. Quarterback throws deep, has a man, and it's off his hands.
Oh, no.
Terrible call. Looks like they're going to get Noah Jones on the late hit.
I think they're going to have – I'm glad that they're going to have this conference out. I think they're absolutely going to pick this up and wave it off. This is not a good call if they let this stand because the back judge – there it is. They waved it off.
Right.
The back judge is absolutely the guy that needs to be making that call, and the fact that the sideline judge from that far away is throwing that flag is absolutely incorrect. Good job by the refs to get together and wave that flag off.
Yep, little conference. You can see here. There's the deflection and then the immediate hit.
Just a great. I mean, it was a great football play, right? He just if they had gone through with that penalty, you're penalizing the speed of the game. All he did was put his shoulder into his chest, and that is not a penalty.
Agreed. Definitely didn't lead with the helmet. Good job by the Warriors there to get a stop as they're going to get the ball back. Vanderklok and Karstens deep to field the punt. Rugby-style kick, wobbly, good kick. Vanderklok fields it, uses his momentum to get to the 30, and he's brought down by the shoestrings. Had a little room.
Return by number 4, Miles Vanderklok. Tackled on the play by number 30.
Yeah, I look in this half to see a steady diet of Christian Karstens.
The atmosphere right now, it just feels like both teams are waiting for something to happen. I'm up here waiting for a big play that could go either way. Right now, both teams. I mean, it's only a 4-point game. I'm looking for the Warriors to try to bust the lead open here with a steady drive. Bunch set. Karstens up the middle, has a hole. Has speed.
Go again.
He breaks to the outside. One man to beat with the stiff arm, still going. And a big run by number 7, Christian Karstens. You called it.
Christian Karstens off the left-hand side.
He is he's just had a day. And, I mean, credit to the offensive line for Wheaton Academy once again, just getting a great push up front. And when Christian sees the hole, he bursts through it, and he runs with power and with speed. Just a great play.
Yeah, Christian Karstens, number 7, the martial arts expert, doing it on the ground today. You can see in the replay here, I mean, 8 guys in the box, but a great little scheme up front for the Warriors. Sean Bloom leading the charge. Some good blocking downfield by Vanderklok. A great block there by Vanderklok. And Karstens took care of the rest. Quick handoff up the middle.
And I should have gone with my gut there. I was just about to say I'm feeling Kent on this play because you're getting to the point now where you know what's gotten you here, and that's the running game. And you've got 2 capable running backs in Christian Karstens and Kent Harmon who bring you a little bit like what the Bears have with their Thunder and Lightning, right? Where you've got Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen in the backfield, where you've got the blend of power and speed in both of them. But one of them is downhill, the other one's a little more of a blend.
Flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be on the offense.
I'm not familiar with that hand signal.
Not either. Looks like it's going to be only a 5-yarder, but still, that's going to be 1st and 15.
Wheaton Academy Warriors. Loss of 5 yards.
Skakovac checks in for Harmon. That ankle, keep an eye on number 6. Not seem to be walking particularly smooth, but talk about a tough kid. He's not coming out unless you force him to sit down. So here we go. Warriors knocking on the door. Ball on the 29. 8 minutes to go. Thorson in the gun. Carson's to his left. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right on the far side. Thorson looks left, pumps, throws a strike to Ryan, who catches it and is brought down after about a gain of 6. It's going to bring up 2nd and short yardage. Good positive yardage there for the Warriors.
Tackled on the play by number 31, Graham DeFranco.
Skakovac lined up as tight end there.
Gain of 8 yards on the play.
Thorson looking left the whole time, and Ryan just kind of finds a gap and makes the catch.
And I'm racking my memory to try to figure out what that penalty was on. I've never in my 20 years of being a part of football seen that signal from the referee.
Hand over the heart.
Hand over the heart. I've never seen that.
Here's a snap. Thorson throws end zone, has Jones, and he holds on. Touchdown, Warriors. Thorson throws a great ball, puts some touch on it. Jones had 2 steps on the defenders, makes the catch, takes a big hit, and holds on.
You may see, depending on how they deem the severity of this, you may see a targeting on this play. As Noah Jones was going down to the ground to make the catch, you see the DB come in head first on the head.
The little forearm.
You're definitely getting a personal foul.
So we'll wait as the referees kind of gather here. It is a personal foul on the Raiders. Ben Thorson and Noah Jones connect again, junior to junior. Definitely have their favorite target as Jones picks up right where he left off last week and gets another score.
We've talked about a couple of the drops that Noah's had, but when you're in the end zone and you catch the ball, all is forgiven.
All is forgiven.
All past plays that you've had so far in this game are forgiven.
And the kick is up, and it is good. So the Warriors now lead 17-6. The momentum on our side, but a lot of football to play. An exciting drive. And Noah Jones takes care of business on about the 30-yard touchdown strike from Thorson to Jones. The Warriors lead by 11. Student section out in force tonight with the whiteout. The Maroon Platoon. Always a good showing for senior night. A lot of students come out to support their classmates. And I know this team does, the football team in particular, is like a family. They eat dinner every Thursday night as a team. And these senior leaders have been around the program for years. And just speaking to coaches and even teaching some of them in the classroom, they will be sorely missed next year when they move on to bigger and better things.
They have to satisfy any craving.
And I'm racking my brain. I can't remember if this is Coach Thornton's 4th or 5th year with the program, and if this would be his first full class that he's had. But I think it might be his 5th year, so this might be
5th because I've been here for 3.
You'd think I would know that as his brother-in-law, but
hey,
it's not my responsibility. I'm not my brother-in-law's keeper, right?
Exactly.
The penalty on the touchdown has been marked off on the kickoff.
Okay, so the penalty, that the late hit on Jones, the personal foul, is going to be enforced here.
So you get to kick it from their 45-yard line.
That's why you see Vander clock. I wonder if he's just going to send it through the back. Or
I'd kick this thing as high as I could and try to land it on, I'd try to land it right where that receiver is in the back.
He's just going to send it through the uprights. Touchback, which the way the field position has been working out, the 20-yard line might be the best.
And it hasn't really shown to matter all that much because of how ineffective Glenbard South's offense has been. And the more I look at Glenbard South, I'm just the size of the school. You would think that they'd come out in greater numbers, and you'd think they'd have bigger guys. I mean, this is not a very big football team across the board. I mean, they're undersized for what you'd expect from a Glenbard school.
I agree. I mean, we definitely have them in size in the trenches. And as far as on the sidelines, it looks like we stack up very well. Handoff up the middle,
Sean.
brought down immediately.
Once Big Sean gets his paws on you, you're down.
Big Sean with the sack.
He gives the
no to Kimbe Mutombo style. I mean, just sheds the block, gets his body around him, and then Mark Whitaker finishes it off. Warrior defense playing with a little swagger here, rightly so, as Glenbard South can do nothing. Let's hope that we stay smart, stay disciplined, and keep it up. Crouch throws quick slant to the left side. It's caught for a first down, gain of about 7.
And they're going to need to do that. And
Crouch's pass.
They don't have the quick hitting style of offense that you'd expect. And trailing 17-6, you've got a 2-possession game now, and this game is beginning. With only 6:25 left in the third quarter, it starts to feel like for Glenbard South, having only scored 6 points on defense, the game has to feel like it's starting to get away from them. So look for them to continue to pass the ball.
Oh, quarterback throws left, has a man up the sideline. Great coverage on that end by Christian Carstens, who deflects the ball.
Broken up by
very fortunate there that Christian Carstens was able to get his hand on the ball, because that receiver was absolutely behind him, and a little better throw upfield, this could have been a problem. And he's beat. You can see that there. Luckily, Noah Jones over the top with help.
Good ball, though. Just a deflection. 2nd and 10. Crouch in the gun. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Harmon on the left end. Watch on your screen. See if he gets in the backfield and causes some trouble.
Flag on the play. Offside.
And maybe he lined up a little too deep. I mean, it did look like he was ready to try to time the snap. And that's going to be offsides on the Warriors. And, I mean, that's just something. Awareness just needs to notice where you are on the field.
And I didn't catch who that was on. Did they give us a number?
I didn't see a number.
Yeah, that's just awareness. Once again, you just have to know. I mean, you put your hand in the dirt enough.
4 down linemen, Sean Bloom and Derek Johannick over the middle. Hard count almost gets the Warriors to jump, but we pull back.
Let's go D! Let's go D! Let's go D!
Receiver in motion, quarterback sneak up the middle, and he's dropped. I believe that was number 6, Dimitri Skakovac, the middle linebacker.
Number 2.
Met him in the hole and brought him down immediately.
Gain of 2 on the play.
See Dimitri on the right side of your screen. Number 6 is going to hit the gap.
By number 6, Dimitri
right
Skakovac.
there. And take his legs out. Great tackle. Do want to take a minute and then point out that Christian Parez, younger brother of Sebastian Parez, is not in the game tonight. He has a knee injury and is expected to miss about 3 to 4 weeks. You know him, and he would love to be in this game, causing pressure and wreaking havoc in the backfield as he did the first half of the season. So we send him our prayers on a speedy recovery. Christian Parez, the younger brother of number 61, Sebastian.
Yeah, when those two are on the field together, it allows Kent to play in the middle, and makes the defense a little bit more versatile. And then both of those guys, when they're on, they're tough to beat.
No doubt about it.
And it looks to me like Glenbard South is going to roll the dice and go for it here on their own 40-yard line.
4th and 1.
And one thing you look for with an athlete like this is the pooch kick, but he's under center, so they're absolutely going for this.
Right up the middle.
I'm shocked.
He gets to the outside, and he does get the first down. Not much, but when you need 1 and you get 2, you live to die another day.
I can't believe they went for it there.
That just shows their desperation. They've got nothing going.
They're running out of time, and they know it.
4th and 1 is about as good of a chance as they've had all night, and so they roll the dice, and they do get it. 4.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Wheaton Academy student section cheering their team on. Quarterback rolls right, looking downfield. Has coverage.
He's being held.
Jay Callentine with the immediate tackle.
they're just letting Parez, or they're letting the right tackle.
Let's take a look.
It's all over him. I mean, you watch Parez here put his hands up because he just can't get away. He's being held.
Oh, you see the jersey pull there, and he did kind of talk to the ref there, and let's see if they kind of give him some extra looks.
It's been like that all game, and I mean, from experience, if you tell a ref to watch for something, he'll say, "Yeah, sure, I'll watch," and then he won't.
Right.
Don't tell him how to do his job.
Pitch left, tries to find a hole up the middle and just goes nowhere. Sebastian Parez, there's his name, brings him down.
Quick pitch to number 12, Tavion Keith.
It's surprising to me that Glenbard South is continuing to go to the run. I mean, each Glenbard South and Wheaton Academy has had the ball one time in this half. And here we are winding down with 3:30 left in the third quarter. I mean, this game is getting away quickly.
It is, and it's a two-score game right now. Raiders backs against the wall. Here's the pass, drops back, throws over the middle. Ooh, off the hands of the receiver and in dangerous territory. The Warriors almost with the interception, but the ball hits the turf. It'll be incomplete and bring up 4th and 5, and now it looks like the punt team is coming on.
Yeah, and looks to me like Derek Johannick's a little wobbly.
Yeah, trainer Rochelle Blakely is headed out to talk to Derek. She does a great job. I mean, we have games here on campus pretty much every night of the week, Saturday tournaments, and she's here, so definitely want to give her a shout out when we can for all her hard work. It looks like he's a little wobbly there, so we'll keep you posted on maybe he took a big hit. Definitely a tough kid, so if he's taking a knee on the sideline to kind of get a breather, you know he's feeling something, so we'll keep you updated. Raiders back to punt. Ball lands at the 25, fielded by Jones, who cuts upfield, looks to get outside, and is brought down around the 35-yard line where the Warriors will take over. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. You know it's a tough game. I mean, this late in the season, each team played 5 games now with about 3 or 4 to play. You can see the injuries, the bruises. You start to feel a little more. You can just tell that these guys are not as fresh as they were 3 weeks ago when we were here.
Yeah, and that's where the number of players that you have on your sideline really starts to become glaring. When you have, I'm just completely shocked at how few players Glenbard South has given the enrollment difference between the two schools.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at an equal amount of teams, and Wheaton Academy is fortunate that they don't have to play a lot of guys on both sides of the ball, but the ones that they do are well-conditioned athletes.
Handoff of the middle, Harmon. And he's fresh. Shrugs off tacklers, still rumbling down to the 35. There he is, Kent Harmon, number 24, with the big run.
And this offensive line tonight is just they're just road grading. I mean, these guys are they're not getting touched until they're in the secondary, 7-8 yards downfield. And then credit to the running backs, just doing a really good job of breaking tackles and making the necessary cuts to keep guys off. I mean, look at this. Look at the hole there.
That's perfect.
I mean, he's not getting touched until he's 9 yards downfield.
No patience needed. Just turn on the jets and go. And you're not bringing down Harmon with an arm tackle, and he makes them pay. Warriors now at the 35-yard line of the Raiders. Another handoff. Carson's this time. Sidesteps one and gets about 5 or 6. I mean, the running between the tackles has been unstoppable so far for the Warriors.
I think you're looking at now. I don't think we got the stats for the first half, but I think you're looking at 200-plus yards rushing now for Wheaton Academy. I mean, Christian has to have 125, 130, and Kent's got another 50 or so.
No doubt about it. Carson's touchdown run was about 60 yards alone.
And he's got 8 to 10 runs just like that one alone. I mean, that's
for sure.
That's a completely dominant running effort by Wheaton Academy. And it's great because now it's just that's how you put points on the board, but that's how you end the football games too.
No doubt. Thorson under center, and it is Harmon right up the middle. He's still going. I mean, Harmon's he's a big dude, but he is one of the top 5 fastest on the team as well. Yeah. Has a lot of speed for his size. And watch the shifty footwork here.
Play results in a first down, Warriors.
Does a good job of following his blockers, and it's going to take 3 or 4 to bring him down. Nice run there by Kent. senior transfer.
I mean, if I'm Coach Tunn, I just keep running. Keep running. No need to go to the air. As good as Ben is, no need to go to the air. Just ride with what got you here. And again, 4 yards.
Yep. Raider defense been on the field for a long time tonight.
And in this half alone, I mean, they've been on the field for 8 minutes. And they rode 7 minutes down, got this with 3 minutes left. So.
Yep, and third period with a minute left.
And the next touchdown for Wheaton Academy, I mean, they're going to take their sweet time, but the next touchdown is the one that's really going to put the exclamation point on this win.
No doubt about it.
Not to say that it's over. It's still a long game left, but
just got to avoid mistakes and keep being sharp. Karsten's brought down after a short gain, so that will bring up third and around 5.
I mean, they haven't. Glenbard South hasn't scored on a single offensive drive, and now they're at the point where they have to score on every offensive drive. And if Wheaton Academy takes care of the ball, they're going to be fine.
There you see number 52, Derek Johannick, still being looked at by the training staff. Looks like we're getting the gloves out. Maybe there's a little blood. Maybe took a hit to the mouth. We'll keep an eye on him. Actually looks like he might have a cut on his finger that they're attending to as well.
He is without question the toughest kid on the team.
Thorson out route to Jones, who's driven out of bounds. Don't think he got the first.
Number 11.
It's going to bring up 4th and 5. Thorson signaling that he wants to go.
Yeah, he'll go for it.
Ben wants to go.
And I think you're out of bounds, so you get one more play here in this quarter. And why not? I mean, they haven't had a running play less than 5 yards this half.
4th and 2. 10 seconds to go in the third. The offensive line has been putting in work all game. Let's see if we can get 2 yards here. Harmon in the backfield. Carson's in the backfield. Thorson under center. Ooh, the hard count almost draws the encroachment.
That's a first down.
There it is.
That's a
flag
first down.
on the play.
No way.
Waiting to see which way they point.
I think they got us for false start. That's incredible.
False start.
So, coaching staff not happy. We had a great view up here, zoomed in on the monitor. The hard count drew 2 white players into our offensive linemen, but the penalty on the Warriors backs us up, and now we're going to kick the field goal.
And again, that's just a misunderstanding of that rule. If they encroach the line of scrimmage and cause Wheaton Academy to false start, that's a penalty on the defense. That just isn't a good understanding of the rule.
Vander clock to kick. Gets blocks, hits the turf. They pick it up.
Oh my!
And going to be a tough break for the Warriors.
Same guy.
Number 4, the middle linebacker who returned the interception for a touchdown, now blocks the kick and is going to take that to the house. So score is going to be 17-12 now, and both of the Raider touchdowns have been on the wrong side of the ball. Take a look. Snap good, just great push. Number 4 actually makes the block, hunts it down, and then shrugs off a tackler and goes the distance. So let's remember this moment, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunate penalty call. What was going to be a potential first down turns into a blocked field goal and a touchdown the other way. And the Warriors are going to have to show some toughness and some grit to come back out and shake that off.
It's just crazy to me how every single game in the last 3 years with Glenbard South and Wheaton Academy has had this same feeling where it's just like one team is in control the entire time. And that team has been Wheaton Academy.
Yes.
And now it's just a matter Wheaton Academy has to put this away.
They're going for 2 and they didn't get it. So it is a 5-point game. Still a touchdown would be needed by Glenbard South to take the lead.
You look at your every coach has a little card, and on that card is the algorithm that you use, or the down and distance that you use, and the score that you use. So going for 2, the thought behind it there is Glenbard South needs 2 points to make it a 1-score game. Kicking a field goal still it's a touchdown game at that point, but you score 2 points there and convert the 2-point conversion, you're a 3-point game. But if you miss it, you're still a touchdown away.
Agreed.
So going for 2 was absolutely the right call there. Just wasn't a great execution of the pass and catch.
So as we move into the 4th, the Warriors are up by 5. And this game just took a major shift. I mean, the energy about 3 minutes ago in real time was all Warriors. Now it seems like the Raiders with a little spark of life. Warriors will get another chance on offense to try to add points onto the board, but it's going to be a tough road for the next 12 minutes. Both teams want this win again. Both records 3-2. Needing 6 wins to guarantee you a spot in the playoffs. 5 wins gives you a potential bid depending on how the rest of the conference shakes up. This win would give the Warriors 4 with 3 games to play. Next week, a tough challenge against ICCP, Immaculate Conception. Then we finish the season against St. Ed and against Fenton.
Yeah, and you have to think that if you get a win tonight, you feel pretty good about your chances against St. Ed's and Fenton. You know, ICCP is the defending state champions. They are down a bit as they lost their quarterback, who is he's a 4-year starter. I believe he tore his ACL, which is just really unfortunate. But they're not as good as they were, but they don't need to be as good as they were to be a really good football team. Because they won the 3A state championship, something like 45-14.
Yeah,
just completely dominant all the way through the season. They didn't have a single close game. Yeah, it's been a long time since 5 wins was out. You know, was on the outside looking in. So 5 wins is almost a guarantee, but it all just depends on how many teams go 5-4. You know, there's 256 qualifiers with 8A. You know, with 8 classes in the state of Illinois. So you feel really good at 5-4, but 6-3, and you're in. You have a pretty good seed, potential for a home game. You just got to get this win. This one's important. I mean, especially with the way that the game's gone, it's been completely one-sided. Wheaton Academy's been in control of the game, but for 2 plays.
Yep. And as the fourth quarter begins, we've got 12 minutes of grueling football to play. Right now the delay is Wheaton Academy has a player down. Nothing serious, but it does look like a cramp, which if you've ever had a cramp, it can feel pretty serious.
It does, yeah.
Trainer Rochelle and Coach Musso, I believe, over there stretching out Sebastian Parez.
I'll tell you what, I was very fortunate to have just a few injuries in my whole career. And, when I was growing up, they always talked about, the greatest show on turf and some of these guys that got turf toe. And I always remember being like, well, you know what, a toe, like you're missing a game for a toe. I have pulled my hamstring, I've torn my ACL, I've hurt my shoulder. By far, it's not close. The most painful injury that I ever had was turf toe.
Really?
Not close. I mean, it was like, when it was over, when the game's over, I had to have my buddies help me to my car.
Wow.
It was so painful.
Yeah, you hear turf toe when you're watching on TV. And
horrible.
You're like, come on now.
I mean, I'm not kidding, Dan. It is.
Well, you're paying me back.
Horrible.
You don't realize this, but I gave a shot at the Bears on accident. You just gave a shot at my Tennessee Titans because it was the greatest show on turf that we were 1 yard short against back in '99. So there's your jab back at me.
You're welcome. We're even. Yeah, I've been having. It's a little surprising to be cramping up on a night like tonight, being only about 60 degrees, but I mean, it can feel like knives.
Yeah, Seb, one of those guys who plays both ways.
Yeah,
hasn't missed a snap.
You can see he's locked up.
Yep.
He's got a.
Yep, I think now they're just like, we got to get you off, bud, and we'll take care of you over here on the sideline because that calf is it looks like a statue right now.
Again, Wheaton Academy on this drive, with the beginning of the fourth quarter, you've been completely dominant on both sides of the line. I mean, completely dominant. They just need to commit to the running game and run this clock out. I mean, I'd take 6 minutes off the clock right now if I'm them.
100%.
At least. The last time they had the ball, it was 5 minutes, and they came away with nothing. But yeah, I'm not giving GBS very many more shots.
Back deep for the Warriors. Number 10, Gerald Blackman. And number 4, Miles Vander.
We knew we were getting a good one here, though, tonight. And if you're at home tuning in, don't go anywhere. 1 quarter to play. As the Warriors are back to field this kick. A couple bounces, and it's fielded by Vander Clock. He looks to run to the outside, and he's brought down at about the 12-yard line. So, and then another penalty. It looks like Jay Callentine came in late, and we're actually going to be backed up another 10 yards or so.
Brandon DeFranco, and we have a flag on the play. Personal foul against the Warriors.
Yeah, unfortunate. About the 5th personal foul penalty on the Warriors.
I mean, that's 75 yards of penalties alone.
Yeah, definitely just a late hit there.
There's just no need for it. It's bad discipline is all that is. You know, you just.
So time for the Warriors to hunker down.
And it's not like this is. It's not frustration. Typically, you see personal fouls come out when a team like Glenbard South should be the one that's committing personal fouls because it's not going well for them.
Handoff up the middle, Harmon. Looks for room, doesn't find much, and is stalled up after about a gain of 1 or 2. So the Warriors are pinned back, ball on their own 5-yard line.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Really need to move the chains here a few times to get some breathing room for this offense to go to work.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Wheaton Academy, like I mentioned, the play clock is just going to wind and wind and wind. I think you snap the ball at about 6 seconds every time.
Thorson in the gun, Harmon to his right, 2 wide receivers right.
Oh my.
We got a lucky break there. A rare mistake thrown by Ben. It was a little wide receiver screen, which is dangerous this close to the goal line, and Glenbard South almost had their 3rd defensive touchdown. Take a look. Ball luckily goes through the hands of the cornerback, and we caught a break there. So it's 3rd and 9, new life, nobody hurt, incomplete pass.
That was close, man.
Yeah, we held our breath on that one. 3rd and 9. It's tough because kind of need to pass. You need this first down, but you don't want to give up a big mistake. Thorson will throw. Pressure up the middle. He's going to tuck it, and he's going to run to the outside. Great stiff arm, and he's going to be right at the sticks. We'll see where he gets driven out of bounds.
Oh, that's not a good spot. Man.
Yeah, spot about a yard short.
Let's see here on the replay.
Punt team.
I mean, it's where the ball is, you know, when it goes out.
Yeah, I wasn't able to catch that replay, but I mean the lineman had to move. The chain holder had to move, but the Warriors are going to punt. So Mike Cortez, number 8, drops back. Derek Johannick is back on the field, so that's good news for the Warriors. Number 52, just wanted to update you there.
I mean, they're for sure coming after this punt, for sure.
Warriors getting some extra protection.
Oh, man, I think he got that.
I think the punt was deflected.
I think that was number 4 again.
Yep, it was number 4.
Cortez's punt.
Nick Diambra,
out of bounds.
the senior.
20-yard line.
You have Big Sean Bloom.
Glenbard South ball. 1st down and 10.
And maybe a finger because the ball did immediately go out of bounds, and the Raiders are going to take over at the 20-yard line. Time for the Warrior defense to throw another punch. Here we go, Warriors. 1st and 10. Need a big stop. Crouch under center. Pump fakes left. Looks to run. Is brought down. No gain. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Crouch carries the ball. Short gain on the play.
And it seems like the tides have turned. Now our defense has been on the field for a long time here in the 3rd and 4th.
But Wheaton Academy, I mean, they haven't surrendered any yards.
Nope.
I mean, not really, many to speak of. I mean, they're just. This has been a game of special teams and turnovers completely. I mean, you're 3 plays from being, 3 huge special teams plays from being behind.
Swing pass to the right side. Sidesteps 1. Another. Still on his feet.
You have to make that tackle.
Gain of about 6. Yeah, Warriors were there.
To the right-hand side. To
Maybe tried to make a big hit rather than wrap him up.
Well, you just don't want to leave your feet, right? The way to tackle, and this is going to be Gerald again. You just don't leave your feet. You have to just chop your feet, shoot your hands, throw your hips through and take him to the ground, or at least hold him up until someone can come help you. But leaving your feet makes you an easy guy to just dodge.
3rd and 3. QB rolls. Right. Looking. Tries to run, and he's brought down in the backfield.
And that's where you like having Kent Harmon at playing at defensive end, because his closing speed is awesome.
No doubt about it. You saw it there. Turned on the jets and I made a big stop.
There's a linebacker playing
Take a look.
end.
He's reading him all the way, and not many DNs are going to get there in time, but Kent with a great solo tackle to do a job, and it is 4th and 6. Looks like the Raiders are going to go for it. 4th and 6, down by a touchdown.
And you just got to keep the quarterback in the pocket here.
And that's going to be a timeout, Glenbard South. So they're going to talk it over. I mean, go through what are our options here. What are they looking to do? They're obviously talking it over. Looks like they're going for the field goal. I mean going for the 4th down. Do you agree for it?
They're going to go for it, yeah. I mean, they haven't had any at this rate right now. If you kick the field goal, you need to assume that Wheaton Academy is going to give you the ball back at least one more time, be it through a turnover on downs or another turnover. But, I mean, in this play right here, what I'd look for if I'm Glenbard South is to get the quarterback on the move away, to the field, right? To the field, you have the boundary on the other side. Get him running this direction and have him look for options like on flood routes where they run, on levels across the field.
Yep.
So you got a guy running at 5 yards, 10 yards, and 15 yards into the end zone. But just you need 7 yards. So look for a couple guys to be just sort of following you. And Wheaton Academy needs to do a good job of keeping the quarterback in the pocket so that he can't give those guys time, because at some point your coverage will break down and you'll lose those trailers.
Well, here we go. 4th and 6, 9 minutes to go. Crowd is on their feet. Warriors looking for a big stop.
Here he is on the run.
Rolling
and
left,
they're doing
pressure in the backfield.
There's the floods. You have to tackle this guy.
He runs back to the right, tries to go for the first, and he spins, and he got the first. Actually, let's take a look for the spot.
And he's close. He is real close.
There could be a measurement here.
He's like real close.
You can see the first
down.
They
gave it up. Wheaton Academy ball.
What a stop. You can see
no measurement.
You can see the first down marker right at the 10, and let's see where the ball gets to.
That's a good call. I mean, he's right.
Just short,
it's close.
Just short of the 10, but the Warriors take over.
And certainly Glenbard South is going to rewatch the film and see where he ended up. But the trick is where he was when his elbow hit first and then he fell forward with the ball. So
agreed.
It's a good call. I'm shocked that they didn't even give it a measurement, because that was close.
I agree, but hey, we'll take it.
We'll take it, and we're not going to tell them that we have a good replay up here.
No doubt about it.
And nothing cute here, right? It's just line it up, give it to Christian, give it to Kent, and run this thing into the ground.
Steady dose of smash and dash.
There's Christian.
There's dash,
Big
and he's got a hole.
He might
cuts
go.
upfield in space.
We got another.
Sidesteps another and is brought down at the 50-yard line. Unbelievable.
This guy on our sideline just will not keep his flag in his pocket.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we got a flag on up on the about the 30-yard line.
And it's on the sideline, so I'm looking to see what the call is.
I mean, they're going to get him for holding again.
It's way behind the play, not even near. It was probably a wide receiver who was on the far right edge.
I don't know what we have. I mean, Wheaton Academy's coming back, but
do you know what that signal was?
What did he do? Oh my!
The sideline? Did you see what happened?
They ran into it.
Okay, we got a sideline infraction, and since we had the warning earlier in the game, that's going to be a penalty.
So it's still going to be a large gain. It's after the play, so it's a dead ball foul. But I mean, that's just keeping your players behind. That's just staying in the. I mean, typically.
Yeah,
it's not a call. It's not a call that they make very often.
First time I've seen it. Hand up the middle to Harmon. Going to be brought down after about a gain of 6. I mean, the Warriors we don't want to not talk about the Carson's run. That was huge. It got us the first down. It's a possession keeper, and now we're near midfield. So Warriors still with momentum as we continue this drive. Clock continues to tick, tick, tick down to 8 minutes.
Yeah, you're just gonna see Wheaton Academy try to run this thing out. Nothing special. I'd be surprised if they throw another pass, frankly.
All hard at this point. The Warriors would love to send Glenbard South home for maybe the last time that we ever play this team with a loss. Handoff up the middle, Harmon this time, as he's brought down immediately. So it's going to bring up about a 3rd and 6.
Off the right-hand side, the number 24, Kent Harmon. Gain of 1 on the play.
An impressive effort so far by Wheaton Academy's offensive line. I mean, they're
agreed.
When you have a running back that can just fall forward, it's
Thorson looking to throw, has a man. Vanderclock has space. He's gone. Miles Vanderclock into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors.
And just because we've had to do it all game, let's just do a quick scan of the field for a flag. We're clean. Touchdown, 23-12, extra point pending, and that's going to do it. I mean, that's going to be the one right there.
There you see number 4. I mean, great route combination. Looked like Miles was on the outside.
Now he's cramping, so he won't be kicking.
Johnny Sullivan, who we had 3 weeks ago, here to do the extra point. We could get a replay here. You can take a look. Can't see the wide receivers on the bottom, but there's Dimitri Skakovac, the tight end actually, who kind of draws the linebacker with him, opens up some room for Vanderclock, who catches, turns upfield, and takes care of business. Johnny Sullivan through the uprights. Actually, it was a little right, drifted to the right, so it's going to be no good. So the score now is 11, which is a 2-touchdown game if the Raiders want to get back in it.
I mean, actually, so it's a touchdown, extra point, field goal game.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
Not necessary, but so it's 2 full possessions. Though is the important thing, and that's what really matters.
2-point conversion.
Correct.
Yep.
So you have the 8-point and 3-point on 2 drives, but I mean this game is all but. I mean I can't wait to see the stats and see how dominant this game has been for Wheaton Academy. I mean,
same.
Defensively, Wheaton Academy has given up. I mean, I'd be shocked if they had 100 yards of total offense. I mean, they just haven't been able to move the ball. And on the other side of the ball for Wheaton Academy, they have moved the ball at will on the ground, and you just saw another 65-yard play right there, 50-yard player. So, and just completely impressive on both sides of the ball for Wheaton Academy to be able to just take control of a school that has had their number for every season so far that they've played them. So to be able to just collect a win, as you mentioned, get that important number 4 win with 3 games remaining. I mean, it's great. It's huge.
Still 7 minutes to play.
Yeah, not to say it's not over, but
Warriors have to be smart, but definitely in the driver's seat now. From our view, I see 3 people who were getting help with cramps. I wonder if the high 90-degree weather the last 2 weeks steadily maybe messed with our hydration, and now it's catching up to us because a lot of cramping on our side of the ball. But either way, guys stepping up when their number's called. And the Warriors now to kick with 7 minutes to go and an 11-point lead.
Here we go.
Christian Carson's to kick off.
Fielded around the 20-yard line. Runs up the middle, breaks to the outside, and is brought down by number 72
Number 1
for the Warriors.
Sierra. On the return for the Raiders. Ball's returned to the 35-yard line. First down and 10, Glenbard South.
And these drives, these next couple of drives, if they're fortunate enough to get another one after this, I mean they're gonna have to air it out. They have no choice now, and it's up to Wheaton Academy's defensive ends to keep the quarterback in the pocket to limit big running plays. But they just have to take to the air now.
Right on cue.
And there it is, up the middle.
Throw, and a big hit on the QB. a combination of Dmitry Skakovac and big number
Graham
75 Graham Wall. I think is kind of taking over for Sebastian, who's still cramping.
Who you rarely see on defense.
Yeah.
But I always, when I was coaching here the last couple of seasons, I always wanted him more because he's such a big dude. I mean, he's 6'3", 265. I mean, he's just a big dude.
Oh, and it was him who laid the wood on that tackle there.
Kid's a monster.
Taking advantage of his opportunity. Keep an eye on number 75, big Graham Wall. QB rolling.
Good job.
There's Graham right there running after him. Chasing him down. Great job.
I mean, Graham's doing a great job. 2 great plays in a row. And I mean, it's incredibly important. You watch here, he keeps outside contained, makes the quarterback break the pocket, and then Callentine up to make the hit. And
Jay will remember he'll
running into the wall, to the actual wall.
Wall again. So now, we're looking at control. Chris Harden's and he brought again.
Get up.
That bring 4 and it back to see team off because Sinners go down with the over.
You've put 12 points on the board and your offense hasn't really done anything, but I mean, 2 scores is not undoable. I mean, many teams have done more.
So here we go.
But you've also got man coverage on the outside with no safety help.
Handoff up the middle, Karstens spins, gains about 3.
Handoff to number 7, Christian Karstens.
So if you're Wheaton Academy, you're not snapping the ball here until about 3:12, 3:13 on the clock. And Glenbard South is going to have to wisely use their timeouts. I mean, I think they probably go with one on 3rd down, after 3rd down.
Yep. 2nd and 7.
But again, running game again.
Harmon and Karstens in the backfield. Skakavac, your tight end on the right side.
So you're waiting for the back judge to start his time. So
handoff up the middle, no gain. So it is going to bring up a 3rd and 7. Looking at the sideline to see if the Raiders are going to call a timeout, and they're going to let it run. So the Warriors will snap this with around 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Run it again here and punt?
No, I mean, I think you go with your offense here. I'd probably get Ben on the move a little bit, to his right, because he's a right-handed thrower, and just make sure he doesn't throw across his body. But again, you've got man-to-man coverage down here with Steven Ryan, and he's going right at him. He's going deep, and he's got him.
Ryan, he's got a man.
Got to catch it. Oh, my goodness.
Steve couldn't make the grab. It was just overthrown, but off the fingertips.
For number 2, Steve Ryan.
So the Warriors are going to have to punt it here, deep in their own territory, and the Raiders will have a shot.
And that's a ball that Steven Ryan, again, is kicking himself for because it's overthrown a bit, but he gets both hands on it.
Yeah, it could have been. I mean, that would have been the dagger there. Tough break. Mike Cortez back to punt. Remember, the last punt was blocked, so the Raiders are bringing pressure again. Number 4.
Oh, my.
And it's a good punt.
I think he fair caught that ball.
We're going to take a look. The flag's on the play because if he did fair catch, then that's a clear penalty.
Punt fielded by number 11, Gavin Fitzpatrick.
Waiting for it. I see no fair catch in my view.
You're right.
And then the flag comes out.
It's brutal. I mean, I'm just.
Is against the Warriors.
I mean, our replay there.
There is no halo rule anymore either, from what I understand.
15-yard foul.
Wow. So another personal foul. Some tonight have been earned. That one questionable, but it's in the past. 2 minutes to go. Warriors up by 3. Let's see if the defense can get a stop when we need one. You know Glenbard South is going to come out throwing. Quarterback looking. Rolls right. Still looking, and is driven out of bounds for no gain. Number two, Jack Crouch, elusive, had some time early, but finally the 4-down lineman got to him, led by Derek Johannick. Kent Harmon unable to hold that contain there, unfortunately, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
So you need to attack the upfield shoulder once again. You saw that just a little step inside for Kent, and he lost contain, and as a result was unable to make the play.
Glenbard South in I formation, quarterback under center. Play action boot, looks deep, looking deep.
He's getting held.
Intercepted! And there's a flag.
Interception.
Coaches are not happy, but let's see what the call is.
I mean, I think they're going to get him for PI.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Don't know if we'll be able to get a replay on this one, but either way, from our angle,
he has. So if we get a chance to see a replay, you're going to see Christian Karstens. There's going to be some contact, but he has every right to leverage that football.
100%.
He doesn't use his hands. He has every right to try to catch that ball.
And it is going to be pass interference. Let's see if we can get the view, because it is a quick pass on the bottom left of the screen. Take a look down on the bottom left.
And Christian just jumps the route, and that's not pass interference.
I think potentially it was on Jay, maybe tripping him up, even though the ball was already picked. But that's what it looked like. Maybe if we can see it again. Because Jay it looked like their feet might have been tangled. Christian, no contact. See what you think about 44 trailing the play.
No, I mean, he's not touching him. He's going down to the ground on his own.
Yeah, you're right. Just an unlucky break. So now
just
the Raiders,
bad call. I mean,
the Raiders with the ball at the 30, 1 minute and 55 seconds to go. Time to hunker down, Warriors. Quarterback
Gotta
rolling
get out
right.
there. Gotta get out.
Rolling right. Gonna run with it. Throws end zone. And they're gonna call a pass interference.
He caught that ball.
Croucher's pass caught.
That's a touchdown, Glenbard South, and it's going to be pass interference on Gerald.
Yeah,
is what I think.
Yeah, so pass interference is probably going to be waived, and that's a score. Looked like Gerald kind of had his back to the ball, not able to track that one, and the receiver, interested to see the replay, it looked like he was close to the back end zone, the back line of going out of bounds, wasn't able to see the feet. Here you see the throw.
Pass interference on the Warriors.
He did make the catch, and there's the 2 feet in, so it doesn't matter either way. Pass interference or not, it was a touchdown. And you can feel the air being sucked out of the stadium right now, but there is still 1 minute 45 left. A big play here because the extra point will make it 4, and we will need a touchdown to win. So let's see if the Warriors special teams potentially could get a deflection here. But either way, it will be Ben Thorson in the offense with one final drive to see if they can take care of business. The extra point is good.
The extra point is good.
That was just an absolutely. I mean, you never.
Seconds left.
In reviewing the film, you never want to place the blame of a game on a ref because there are so many other plays. But I mean, there have just been so many questionable plays in this game, and that was absolutely. I mean, you saw how livid the Wheaton Academy coaches were because they had every right to be.
100%.
That was a clear, just clearly not the right call. Christian made a great play on the ball. He has every right to a play on the ball, as does the Glenbard South receiver. He picked it off. He didn't use his hands. He didn't. It was just bad, and as a result, they got new life.
More than new life.
Yeah, they got the lead.
Unfortunately, there have been a few crucial plays that have really turned the tide of the game, and it's been penalties.
Yep.
I can think of 2 in particular that have led to 14 points the other way. All of that said, 2-minute drill.
Yeah, I mean, I like our chances. I mean, we've had Wheaton Academy has had their way with Glenbard South's defense today. We've moved the ball at will, and it just doesn't appear that way on the scoreboard because they've really taken their foot off the gas. But if there's a quarterback in the building, it's Ben Thorson who you want, and our receivers, if they secure the ball and move the ball down the field, I mean, I like our chances to score and win this game.
Yeah, interesting. What do you think? Why are they kicking it off from the 45? Isn't the pass interference declined? Pass interference was declined is what we heard.
Yeah, that makes and that's why Coach Thornton is out there arguing it.
Pass interference on the touchdown is being marked off on the kickoff.
I don't know what they called. I don't.
Raiders will kick off from the Academy, 45 yards.
We're a little confused in the booth. It sounds like the pass interference is being enforced on the kickoff, which I don't think I've seen that before. If a penalty was declined, maybe we got the wrong word from on the field.
I mean, unless they
I've never seen a pass interference called on a kickoff.
Just let it go.
Yeah. So
don't
Warriors,
take any time off the clock. Yeah, I mean, you can't on that play. That's a live play. That's a live penalty. It's happening in the middle of the play. So for that to be a touchdown, he has to decline. So there had to have been another call of some kind.
maybe an unsportsmanlike or
yeah,
something.
I don't know. I mean, they didn't call it. So
So here we go, minute 45. Let's see if there's a little magic left here in the Warrior offense. Jones and Vander clock right. Thorson looking, throws an out route to Jones, who catches, actually bounces off his chest, incomplete. So clock stops, 2nd and 10.
Noah Jones, incomplete. Results in a 2nd down and 10 from the 20-yard.
I mean, we had the, we talked about it. It's the game wasn't over. It was not. Anything can happen.
2nd and 10. Trips right with Harmon. Thorson looking, throws to Harmon. He's looking to get out of bounds, and he immediately does. Gain of about 8.
Back on schedule, right? You always want to be. The important thing for the offense in a 2-minute drill is to be on schedule. You don't want to be playing from 2nd and long. You definitely don't want to be 3rd and long. You want to be manageable in every down, right? Where it's like we need 2 yards to get the 1st down to stop the clock and move the chains.
Well, that's where we find ourselves now, 3rd and 2. Definitely 4-down territory. Let's see what the Warriors have here. Ryan and Jones left. Harmon, Vanderclock right. Karstens in the backfield. It's a draw up the middle to Karstens. He's going to get the first.
You got your next play called, right? Or are they calling a timeout? No, it doesn't look like it. So in a 2-minute drill like this, you want to have the next play called already. So that's why they're at the line. The offensive line doesn't need to take any time. And there's the snap, get 3 seconds.
Jones get out of bounds, Noah. He cut it upfield. That's going to be.
He got the first down. Got the first,
so the clock will stop while the chains are rolling.
So this is. I mean, like I said, Wheaton's offense is just clearly better than Glenbard South's defense. It's just a matter of securing the ball, make the play, execute, and get this win.
Vander clock makes a catch again.
Great play.
They said ball out of bounds, so clock will stop. Great throwing catch here. Vanderclock with a good hands.
Precision passing by Ben. Precision passing.
For sure. Puts it right on the back shoulder. Great throw.
I mean, there's only been 19 seconds taken off the clock since this drive began, and they've run 3 plays.
3 wide receivers left. Thorson looks left, throws over the middle, and it's dropped. Ball off the hands of Christian Karstens. Bad news for the Warriors.
Steady all game.
100%. Bad news, it's an incomplete pass, but the good news is the clock is stuck at 1:08. So 3rd and 3. Ball over midfield now as we're into Raider territory.
Still have two timeouts remaining too.
So we just need to get the first down here.
Minute 8 is a long time when you've got 2 timeouts and the chains, or the clock stops on the chains moving. He caught it. Did he catch that? Oh my.
Couldn't tell what happened. I couldn't find the ball either.
Wow.
Miles did a great job of being cornerback there to swat that down.
It looked like he came up with that. It looks like there was a ball fight in midair.
I mean, Thorson, 2 guys in his face.
And into double coverage.
Yeah, it was a battle for the ball. Ball hit the turf, so 4th and 3, this is the game. Warriors need 3 yards to keep the drive alive. Still 2 timeouts to go. Empty backfield. Thorson rolls right. He's going to tuck it and run. He gets the first and gets pushed out of bounds.
That's a penalty.
There's
15
the
yards. And he looks hurt. Oh, boy.
No, that's not him. That's not Ben. That's somebody on the sideline who I think had a knee brace on already.
Shorts.
Yeah, it was someone who's out of the play. So flag on the play. That's going to be a personal foul on the Raiders. Late hit. And that's going to move us now to about the 25-yard line.
Who is this? Oh, it's Parez, who's already got an existing knee injury.
That's Christian Parez?
I believe so. You wonder why he's so close to the field.
Yeah, agreed. Thorson dropping, looks right, goes in zone, has Jones.
He picked it.
It's out of bounds. That's out of bounds.
He picked it. He picked it.
Intercepted.
That's going to be an interception.
Number 3, Rob Rivera.
And that is a heartbreaker. The Warriors in control of this game for 90% of it, apart from a few bad breaks and penalties. Here you see Thorson going to the end zone to his favorite target, Jones, makes the catch and does get a foot down before he goes out of bounds. So the Raiders will take over and they'll take a knee and end this game.
Yeah, you just wonder there, and big first down following a penalty. You know, you take your shot at the end zone when you have so much time with your 2 timeouts left. It's
just a heartbreaker. Surprised they're even running a play. I think they could just take 3 kneels and end this game, but
Adam Housen. Timeout. Wheaton Academy.
What a heartbreaker.
Scored 27-23.
I mean, you talk about this game was 17-12 7 minutes ago, and the 12 points came off of a blocked kick for a touchdown and a pick 6 for a touchdown. And so it's just, I mean, it's been a game of you know, we've talked about it a couple weeks ago. It's a game of you know, phases of football, and you got offense, defense, special teams, and special teams and turnovers are often overlooked.
Yep.
And in this game, it's been about special teams and turnovers. I mean, you know, as poorly as Glenbard South has played, one thing they have done well is take care of the ball.
Yep.
You know, and it's a heartbreaker of a loss because this is one that they should have won.
Yeah, 100%. And you can hear it in our voices. I mean, we love all these guys on the sideline, coaches and players, and this one hurts. And no doubt we'll bounce back, but nothing you can say tonight about this one. Another run up the gut. Wheaton Academy will use another timeout.
To number 10, Mike Paprota.
Brings up 3rd and 10 as we are now out of timeouts.
3 on the play. Results in a 3rd down and 7.
It will be very interesting in the next few days to take a look at the yardage, how we did on the ground, how we did through the air, and then the defensive statistics as well, because until the 4th quarter, Glenbard South's offense was silent. The 2 defensive touchdowns kept them within striking distance, and then they took control with a minute to play.
And you got to think that Glenbard South is doing their clock math. And I mean, I think Wheaton Academy is going to have the ball punted to them. There isn't going to be a whole lot of time. I mean, you're talking about seconds left, but unless they get the first down, which would, you know, obviously seal the game.
Yeah, I was kind of looking. I mean, it would be, I think if the punt had some air under it, it would hit 000s when we fielded it. So it'd have to be kind of a last second desperation, kind of lateral type play. 3rd and 7. Quarterback rolling. It's a QB boot, and he's going to get the first. That's going to do it.
Man,
tough loss here. The Warriors controlled the game in every facet except for 2 penalties and turnovers.
Play results in a 1st down for the Raiders.
And I've rarely in my life of football seen a more lopsided game end in a win for the team that played the worst.
I mean, you said it. And it's a very similar thing that happened last year. And it's got to feel, I mean, as the Raiders celebrate, and rightfully so, they did win, but the guys in black are the better team, but it will not show in the record books. And the Warriors will have to try to bounce back next week in a tough game for homecoming. Final score 27-23, Blue Raiders.
Glenbard South, 27.
Feel for these seniors in particular. A great performance, but a few plays. I mean, it's a game of inches. It's a game of 3 or 4 plays, and just heartbreaking. Cool to see some of the respect, though, that's kind of happening at the handshake line. I mean, it was a battle all night long.
I mean, a lot of these guys probably know each other, grew up playing against each other, playing together. And
no doubt about it. Some class being shown there by number 4, Miles Vander as he kind of congratulates those he knows.
He seems to know a lot of these guys.
He does.
You know, they have a great respect for each other, which is always good to see.
Yeah.
Man, what a... it's unimaginable what's going through the mind of the coaches right now, just because they this was a game that they should have won. This is a game that Wheaton Academy should have won, and the game plan was sound. It's just you're talking about a couple of – I mean, you're talking about 2 plays that made the difference in this game, really. 2 plays.
No doubt about it.
And, let's end on a positive note. I mean, it was a great game by Wheaton Academy, and unfortunately sometimes you just end on the – you end on the wrong side of things, right? And sometimes you get beat and it hurts, and so that's why there's a term bad beat. It's a bad beat, right? It's one of those ones where you walk away and you know, hey, we played better, but just didn't win.
Right.
And it stinks.
Right, no doubt about it. But, hey, 3 games to play, 1 more at home next week, so come on out and support the Warriors at homecoming on Saturday. An afternoon game, should be great weather. And then the final 2 games are on the road. I'm Daniel Smith here with Dan Studebaker. Again, thanks for joining us, Dan, as we sign off here tonight.